as far as laughs and jokes, that's not going to change.
Yeah, that's not going to change.
Okay?
We
We're
could
off
do that.
the top.
We could do it in the car.
We're coming here. We're off the top. Let's get this water off the table because they're showing the brand, and we're not even sponsored by them.
And we were a bit dope.
We got it here, man. Like, that's what it is. But yeah, I came. I think that I witnessed a bank robbery. I was in the gas station, about to put my card in to pay for my gas. The lights go out. I hear a bank alarm go off somewhere. So, the whole street is down. I was like, okay. I'm about to be on News 12 in about 3 years. I'm about to be in a movie about this bank robbery. So let me get up out of here,
If
son.
only Peter was here, he could tell you about the story about how his sister and his dad almost went to jail because his sister was selling Girl Scout cookies in front of a shop. And they were on the news, and someone kicked them off and almost went to jail, and a cop wrote him a ticket. Can you believe that?
That's the Asian way, all right? We know specifically Chinese, they're about their money. Whatever they got to do, they're going to do it.
Peter loves his Venmo. Let me tell you right now, no matter what, he makes sure he gets paid.
Chef Wei Tong? Chef Wei Tong, great jeans. I saw pictures of Peter and his sister on his Instagram when they were kids.
Oh, yeah, you see that?
Great jeans. I don't know what happened to Peter.
Me either. I don't know what happened
hair
either.
Caught up to him. His hair right now is 46, and Peter's like 23, 24. I don't know what happened, but that was a cute kid.
He pictured, he's like, I don't know. Somebody, I'm surprised it was like a model, a kid model.
That was.
But then knowing Peter, he's probably like overanalyzing everything.
I don't
want to do that. I don't want to do that.
His looks, just his physical looks, just kind of like absorbed themselves and went straight to his brain with knowledge that nobody needs 99.8% of the time. But Peter is extremely smart. He's resourceful. He's not here right now.
He needed a day off. He needed to help out his family.
We've been working him hard, bro. You know, we tell this kid a minute. You got to come in at 1:15. Austin yells at him when he's eating his pesto chicken sandwich that smells.
He brings it every time.
Being extra careful, people. He wears his mask after we go off.
Let's talk about that.
I'm not even kidding you guys. After we go off air, this man will put on his mask even for a commercial, one of those Marco Andretti commercials where you hear.
Let's do lunch.
Wheels on wheels. One of those depressing commercials where a kid gets in a car
Let's do
crash.
lunch.
This guy puts on his mask like the Corona doesn't watch the show.
Yeah.
Like it's like the Corona only comes through when the StreamYard is on. That's how he operates.
When he comes in and he sits down on the microphone, he takes the mask off. But as soon as we go to commercial, we'll blink and the mask will be back on.
He comes in here with his
Every
picnic
freaking
table
time.
mask. It literally looks like a mask that you throw down on a picnic table. It's got mustard and got ketchup and like relish on it. And
it's ketchup.
What?
You say ketchup?
Ketchup.
You said ketchup.
Ketchup, whatever.
Ketchup with an E.
Son,
Say with a Q.
There's
Ketchup.
an E in ketchup.
I know, like an E. Ketchup.
Ketchup. That's what it is.
Ketchup. You're saying ketchup.
You're saying ketchup.
I'm saying
You're
not,
saying you're
I'm
saying
not.
you're saying the artist named Kesha.
I'm saying
like
ketchup.
you have a lisp, or if you like you're from Syria.
Is
or
it
something.
ketchup or ketchup?
I'm saying ketchup.
Okay, now you said it right.
No, I said ketchup.
Okay, keep on ranting about Peter because I love this.
This guy comes in here with more condiments than you'll find at a Five Guys on his face, talking about I'm just being careful. It's like, dude, you're gonna get salmonella with all that stuff on your mask. Like this guy, he's so careful, and we love him. And that was Peter knocked out, helping Austin. He's a hard worker, man, and he deserves a break. And
I love working
we
with.
should bump up his pay.
I love working with Peter because if he's doing something for you, he'll be like, "Hey, is it okay if I go to the bathroom?" Like, no.
The guy Austin always wanted this guy to make fun of his father off air, but I got to tell you, people, Peter's a different person off air.
No. Thank you. Please explain to them because Peter's not here to argue about it.
It's like night and day, or in his case, high moon, low sun. It's just this guy. He switches up. You think he's the quiet kid who doesn't say anything, but honestly, I was the quiet kid in high school. And I affiliate myself with a lot of people, and that gave me the ability to learn and be observant. And now look at me. The kid is slinging jokes on a StreamYard that's 45 minutes late. So who really won? Popular kids in high school? Farmingdale High School?
Peter dodged today's show. Probably the day to dodge is definitely.
Today
would
was
have been
the
this
day
show.
If this show was the Vietnam War, Peter was Muhammad Ali. I can tell you that much.
He got out of here.
This guy did the rope-a-dope right off this show, and now this man is the GOAT.
He was like, I got to help he's like, yeah, I've been to my other house. I got to help him. I was like, all right.
This guy has 2 houses, man. He is a by.
No, but that's why I love Peter because
by
he's like
Coastal.
when I first introduced you, he was a quiet, and then he was a quiet guy, and then I would talk about how he does the impression of his dad, which it's hilarious. But you probably thought I was being an a-hole because trying to make him do
No,
something.
I wasn't thinking you'd be an a-hole. I think you just have a fixation on things that are extremely racial and could be racist.
I listen. He's the one that did it. I'm not the one to be like, "Hey, say this." He's the first one that he's like, "You want something funny?" And he does it. As soon as I walk into his house, he tells me and he goes, "Bow, bow, bow, bow" to my dad, and the dad just goes, "Stop, stop, stop."
It's just
doing
things related to race just get you. I don't know what it's about with Jewish kids on the radio that like to hear race, but you and Howard Stern are just right up there.
that. Dude, I don't know when people make fun of themselves and like I just die. I die. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah,
I
all
die.
right.
I
I'm
die.
just saying,
I
like
die.
anything racial, it's just
I
like.
die. I
Me and
die.
Jair have been talking about that. You love Django because like, I'm pretty sure if Django was censored, like the type of censor that they have on TNT, you would probably think that's the worst movie. You would probably be like, why did Quentin Tarantino make this? As soon as you hear 312 N-words in the movie, this movie is up for Oscar nomination. Get him a Golden Globe right now. That's the type of time that you're moving on, man. But
Picture camera already went black.
it went black.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear it go black. Wow.
Yeah. Because you were ranting about how I like when people yell at each other. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know why.
Love it, man.
That's just something that when someone, but and then right after we'll be done with the show, he'll just start making like he'll start just doing his dad. I'm like, why can't you do that for the
But
people?
He's comfortable with
I
us.
know,
To understand
I know.
We broadcast this show. He's not
No.
comfortable with the other two people that watch this show.
I know. I wish. I want everybody to hit up here and go, Peter, can you please do your mom and your like he does his mom fine. Like his mom does sound like
Yeah,
that.
regular Long Island
Yeah,
woman, of course.
But when he does his dad, he goes, "Hi, this is Peter's dad." I'm like, Peter, come on.
But yeah, he has the right to do that.
Of course, I know, but he didn't explain to you because remember the first day he didn't explain. He was like, I don't know what he's talking about.
He wasn't comfortable with me.
No.
He wasn't comfortable with me, no.
But what happened after the second show? After we turned the camera off, what did he do?
He got comfortable. That's why his first show, this guy came in here with cling wrap wrapped around his hand, talking about, "Hi, I'm Peter." I'm like, "All right, what are you gonna make me a peanut butter jelly sandwich?"
Oh yeah, that's right.
This guy, he's so careful. Once he becomes comfortable, he'll do it. I swear. This guy will probably offer me his whole home to like live in for 3
Oh,
months.
he spent his whole
As long
Sunday.
as I take my shoes off before I come inside.
You don't take your shoes off. Let me tell you, he spent his whole Sunday. Okay, I was texting him. I was like, Peter, I need to ask you a question. Like throughout the whole day, he didn't answer me one time. So I really thought something happened to Peter. And then at the end of the night, he's like, "Hey, sorry, it's been a long day. But here's a picture. We did the guest room. It's your room. Look, we did it for you." And I go, "Oh, Peter, I thought you were dead. I replaced you already." I texted him, I was like, "Listen, I replaced you already. Okay, I thought you were dead. You didn't take me a whole 24 hours." But he made me my own room.
He makes you feel special. He'll make you. Peter's like the girlfriend that you always wanted but never wanted to look like.
I wish my girlfriend has hair like that.
I wish your girlfriend was. I wish your girlfriend had hair like that. Honestly,
It'd
I
be
do.
sick.
For you. That would be because you both would have nice, luscious hair that you wouldn't stop talking about.
Where's let me ask you something about Jair. How come Jair thinks that I kicked him off the podcast?
You want to FaceTime him? I'm on 1%.
Yeah.
FaceTime him real quick so we can give a little about that
Okay.
real quick.
Let's see.
This guy hasn't been here since 1987. His job hasn't gone crazy. Someone got shot outside of Trader Joe's yesterday. I'm pretty sure they died. It was over that tapenade. I gotta admit that tapenade is top notch.
Hey, let me see something. All right, let's see.
Holla at the people real quick.
I want to know why you think I kicked you off the podcast.
Austin, you kicked me off the podcast, bro. Don't act like you didn't kick me off the podcast. Don't return my text messages.
What are
You
you
don't
talking
share my
about?
videos. You don't support me. You kicked me off the podcast, and I got something for you.
Listen,
I'm done with my 2 years. So I got something for you.
I did not kick you off the podcast, and I guess I'll start sharing your stuff. I apologize.
Are we live? Are we live right now?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I put my 2 years in, and I'm off that thing. So if I come to you a different way, don't be surprised.
All right, have a good day.
He's gonna come at him in a
I just
different
hung
way.
up. I don't want to talk to him right now.
Listen, man.
Why does he? First of all, Okay, I really liked his last TikTok when he was eating a strawberry in that water. And did you see that one? The one he did? It was the girl was clap.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I was out here on TikTok, man. This guy's doing it up. He's posting videos every day. He's at 5K thousand right now, man.
But that's why he doesn't come here. He doesn't need us. He said. See that?
Trader Joe's is calling, man. That's the come up. That's the come up right now.
Do you see the line at Trader Joe's every single day? Just a bunch of hippie people just standing there with their 10 reusable bags and their dogs.
There's no reason to do that. There's no reason for that line to be that long every day.
No, just let
Take
them
your ass to a bodega.
Yes.
Have Ock yell at you, make you a bacon, egg, and cheese, and you're good. All right, you don't have to replenish on your coconut milk with an almond milk mixture every day.
I can just imagine the Whole Foods line. Imagine that like in California, because they don't wait outside. They wait in their Priuses.
And if you're that health conscious as a person, you shouldn't be living in New York City.
Yeah, honestly.
All right, every breath you take is like you're inhaling 32 cigarettes at once.
Listen,
all right?
I like it. It feels good.
You shouldn't be the Hudson River. All right. There's a reason why when Sully Sullenberg flew that plane on the Hudson River, it didn't sink.
Yeah, there's a reason why. And there's a reason why they didn't get
all
out.
those carcinogens were keeping that plane afloat, guy. All right. That should be awarded with his Purple Heart. I'm not even sure if they give him a Purple Heart. That's pretty sure that's
probably
or his broken wings or inflated wings, whatever you call them. But New York City, man, that's where it's at. That is where it's at.
Dude, I know. I've been there like 3 times a week now, and it's like I love how grimy it is now. It's just I make the point again. It's like the people that didn't need to be in the city are not there anymore. The people that
you got it. Yeah, you're in New York. You're gonna get a little choked up about it.
The people that need to be there, like me and you, we're there right now, and it's gonna pay off. You're gonna see like you're gonna be making docs about us about like how they were there at the clubs, they were there doing this stuff. Because have you noticed there hasn't really been any big stars to come out of COVID yet? Like that isn't like TikTok stuff. I know the car song. I got my driver's license. We should make a song like that.
Driver's license.
That song.
That horrible ass song.
It's a bad song. It's just her going. I got my.
I don't know why. Wait,
license.
what is she talking about in the song?
How she got a driver's license and the whole thing was like she had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And she wanted to always drive with her boyfriend. So they were gonna get a driver's license, but the boyfriend cheated on her. So now she has a driver's license, and now she passes by her house, his house, the ex's house. So it's pretty much she's stalking the dude. If anybody really thinks about it. I mean, it's a fine song, but I don't know why it's like getting so much good stuff.
So you purposely drive past your ex-boyfriend's house who cheated on you to remind yourself that he cheated on you, and the fact that you're driving the car in which you plan to drive with him to get your driver's license. That makes you sad.
Can you just like imagine now working at the DMV and just having someone sing that song?
If you don't go to the mall and get yourself some D girl, what is she? About like 17 years old, right?
18 now.
She's 18. There's so many other things for you to be taking. I didn't get my license until I was like in freshman year, damn near in college. When I was excited to go to the park, son.
Why? Why take it so long?
I failed my first 2 times, but
why?
No, I got it sophomore year.
Why'd you fail?
Because the first time I didn't turn into my corresponding lane when I was making a right.
Oh, you were in the left lane. You're just like, all right, I'm just gonna go the whole way. You weren't in the right lane. You made a right, not in the right lane.
No, I was in the right lane, but I made a right into the left lane, I believe, because there was.
Doesn't make any sense. How do you make a right to a left lane?
No, I was.
You were in the left lane.
Oh no, I was right.
Oh, you made a right and you took one in.
You go to the far left.
You went between the.
I believe there was some little obstruction in the middle of the road that I couldn't go into the right hand lane. But anyway, the lady, she let me drive the whole thing, and she was like, "Yeah, you failed as soon as you got behind the wheel." I'm like, "Why would you let me do that, Karen?" And then
why?
The second time I was scared. Because I didn't make the 3-point turn right, and I had a black lady who was she was my instructor, and I thought I was in the clear.
He's annoying.
She was just angry. You know, the way her breasts were placed on her body, so she was angry. Like
they
were out here, but her body was like in here, so it was like she looked like an indented P. So I knew that something was wrong, and someone just came through your gate. That kind of scared me.
Was it a cat?
I don't know. The gate just moved. I didn't see anyone come through.
It's cats.
But
wait, hold on. So when you got it took you 2 times to get your driver's license.
Took me 3 times to get my driver's license.
Oh, 3 times, 3 times. What was the second time? What did you do the second time?
The second time was the black lady.
Oh, she was like, you just failed because
I forgot what I did, but I was so nervous because I thought I had it in the bag because she was black. I was like, all right, black power. This lady not gonna let me fail. Like, you know. And then, but her energy threw me off. She's like, turn here. No. She was so disconnected from what was going on that made me mad. Like she didn't look up. She
just said go left, go.
Yeah, she didn't look up from her paper to let me to even see what I was doing. She was like, all right, make it right up here. And I was like, right here. She's like, mm-hmm. And I pointed. I was like, right here. She goes, mm-hmm. I was like, either your peripheral vision is crazy right now, lady, or you just don't give an F about what happens to us in this car. You're going to be the whole lane of school children that's going to took out. She would have been like, all right, make sure you drive over. Like,
yeah, hit that lady on the parking lot. I don't like her.
Dude, like, she was so disconnected. I was like, okay, that gave me the confidence to feel like I'm going to fail because she was so disconnected. But then the third time, the guy was like, yo, that three-point turn was the best three-point turn I've ever seen in my life. I was like, word, and he passed me, son.
Yeah, I got a 25 out of 30 on my driver's test. I got it the first time. The reason why I almost failed was one thing was that I did the parallel park. I was doing it for weeks, practicing with cones, with cars. What I never understood is that when I did it in driver's ed, the way we parallel park is we parallel park with one car in front and no car in back. So, like, how do you mess that up? So I wasn't really that good at it. So I kept on doing it. And then the driver's test comes and parallel park time, and I'm ready. I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I do. I got to turn the wheel to the right, start backing up, start doing this stuff. So I do it. I parallel park perfect. The guy goes, all right, perfect. I'm like, yes. You know what I did?
What?
I forgot the car was in reverse, and it wasn't in drive. So I went to go get out, and the car just went vroom, and it goes, okay, that's 10 points right there, and I go, great. And then as I'm driving, I didn't know that just because somebody is in the crosswalk, that I can't just drive right through the crosswalk. So the lady was about to walk like past the car. I just kept on driving. And the guy said, you almost hit that lady. And I go, but I'm driving. Can't you see the cars coming? He's like, no, it did the crosswalk.
Right away.
But hey, I passed.
Customer's always right, son. Pedestrians has the right of way. You always got to slow down a little bit, give them that nod.
You drive in the city a lot?
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. I love driving in the city. It's like driving like in Baghdad. Like it's awesome. It's awesome. I love it.
I mean, with the ethnicity of the taxi drivers, it feels like driving Baghdad. But
no, I'm talking about like because you gotta go left and right and I'm talking about like those guys in the army that have to watch out for the IEDs and stuff. That's because you gotta watch everybody. And no matter what, there's somebody that can hit you in any second.
Dude, it's so slow
Love
paced. I mean, like driving out here, everything's like fast. But to me, people get mad about the fact that they can't go fast in the city, but you literally can't go fast.
You hit somebody.
So like you want me to
tell it to my dad.
You want me to turn left with oncoming traffic? People getting mad at you. It's like, dude, I really can't go anywhere. So you're gonna get mad at me. Go right ahead. So I love how slow paced and how much of a grid system it is because it just makes it easier for me.
I really like it. My favorite part is when driving and someone just double parks and it causes a giant traffic jam. I think that's my favorite part about driving the city. And then I like driving the city when people aren't paying attention and I just fly right through and they go, "Ooh!" I go, "What do you mean?"
That double park makes me mad because I can never tell if I have enough space. So like I go super slow and then out of nowhere some delivery boy on an electric bike who's delivering 3 taquitos to a person that lives 2 blocks away from the store wants to squeeze right in like, sorry, Poppy. I'm like, it wouldn't be no sorry, Poppy. All right.
On the ground, you'd be sorry, Poppy.
Send you back home in a to-go box in the Dominican Republic. All right, Raul, you gotta watch out, son.
It just pisses me off. It's like and then the bike lane, the Blasio, just messes the whole city out. Well, for that stupid bike lane, you see you can't park anywhere now. Parking now in the city is you park. It's pretty much you double park. Where you used to park, now you have to double park. But it's not double parking because the bike lane is so big that you can't park anywhere. So everything's a one lane. Everything's one lane now, and all my favorite places. If you look at the restaurants, my favorite deli in Queens, Ben's Best, got closed down because de Blasio said, "Hey, we're gonna put a bike lane there, no parking." So to go get a sandwich, you had to parallel park, and most of the time you couldn't even do that because there's cops all around. So they really messed up the city, but we're gonna be there, right? We're at the right time. Let the people that don't need to be in the city, let the people that can work from home, that can write at home. Let them stay at home. We got to be in the city. Me, you, and Peter, we're going to make it big.
That's what happens when you got a black wife. All right, guys? You got a black wife. You got to be considerate of other people, other colors, other genders, other cyclists, son. Other people that take most of the transportation that's different from yours.
But how many people do you actually see biking that aren't like delivery people?
You see a lot.
I love city bikes.
I
Though.
mean, city bikes, and you got especially in Manhattan and Brooklyn. You see a lot.
So you drive into the anytime you have a thing in the city, you drive.
Yeah.
And you just pay the parking. You just go to the. What do you do?
I usually don't pay parking.
What?
I usually don't pay parking.
Okay, so you. Wait. So you drive to the city. Okay, where was the last time you went? You just don't pay parking. That's like saying how much you pay for gas. I just don't pay for gas. What?
Hey, hold on. Last place I was in the city, I was in
Unless you're like in the remote places where there's parking. I'm talking about like
for the last show.
like
Yeah,
that.
I was in Brooklyn. I didn't pay for parking.
You just park on the street.
Mhm.
You sure? I feel like there's a bunch of tickets. You just don't regard them.
Mm-mm.
Do you like an in on the ticket people? If you do, let me know. I got a couple.
That's usually I get there after the time that.
Oh, that makes sense.
But yeah, I usually don't pay parking. There's no need for me to pay. What do I look like paying a parking ticket?
What?
What do I look like paying a parking ticket? Getting a parking ticket. What do I look like? Come on, son. I'm a comedian. All right, I'm coming from Long Island. I'm grinding. I'm hustling already. I'm spending 42 minutes on a quarter of the LIE to just come out there. I don't need no.
When was the last time you paid for parking?
Last time I got a parking ticket actually was out here. in
Oh,
Long Island.
really? Where?
Right there in Hicksville near my job.
Oh, well,
They said I was in the turning lane, and then also I didn't get my registration updated. So
You don't need
they
that.
hit me double whammy.
Yeah, but did that? I
So
had
I
my
paid almost $500 for those 2 tickets.
Why?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You're telling me that you paid a ticket because you have expired registration. All you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just get it within 30 days.
I'm not registration inspection. My bad.
That's even easier. They give you 60 days for that.
They hit me with the Officer DeSantis of Nassau County Police Department. Hit me with that. Yeah, you're 20 feet into the turning lane. No one can see. And also, kid, your inspection is delayed, and also it's expired. I'm gonna hit you with these 2 tickets. I looked at it and said, all right, probably $50. I went on the site, and I literally defecated in my pants because I saw $200 for the inspection. I was like, all right, I should have got that taken care of. I got that. For the turning ticket, $180. I said,
Didn't anybody tell you the trick to this? No one told you the trick.
what are you talking about tricks, son?
When in New York, this is what you do. You get an expired. Say that your registration expires in November.
Austin, I was at work.
Okay, but let me just tell you. Let me tell you so next time. When does your inspection expire for your car?
I got a new one, so it's next
Okay.
year.
Next year. Well, what month?
Uh,
Let's just say January.
all right, yeah, January.
Okay, January. All right, January. When next year, January, so January 2022, you wait, you don't get it done until you finally get a ticket. And then when you get a ticket, say you get a ticket in November, you don't pay the ticket, you just go to the dealership and you go to the car place and you get it done, and then you mail them the certificate saying that you got it done. And that's it. You don't pay anything.
So, are you operating in a world where people just don't give a?
An F, yeah.
Yeah, I love trade, but are you just operating in a world where people don't care about dates, son?
No,
Is that what you're telling
exactly.
me?
That's what I'm doing. My car's registration has been November 2020. I'm still driving it.
You're still driving. So I don't know why you haven't been pulled over. Your car is cherry red. All right, your car is literally menstrual red, and that is the #1 car that's supposed to get
Because they
redder
know.
than my microphone cap.
Because they
And
know.
that is the car that literally gets targeted most by police officers. And this kid's been driving around, but rent free right
It's awesome.
now.
I love it. I only got a ticket. They caught me last year doing it because I drove it to Spionk and I parked it in the Spionk train station. Of course, that's where you're gonna get caught.
What is going on? So you're telling me that you can just mail that to people and they'll be like, oh yeah, he got the inspection.
Yeah, down.
When's the inspection date? When's it expire?
They don't
February
care.
This month. Oh, that means that you had a year.
Yeah.
So February of 2019, you didn't have it, but hey, you got this ticket on
Yeah.
January 19th.
Who cares? Who cares?
Oh, okay.
Who
Oh, you
cares?
hear that, everybody?
Who cares?
Nobody cares about your tickets or
Who
your
cares?
dates or things that you're supposed to get done when you're supposed to get them. Nobody
Yo,
cares.
COVID. I say I couldn't go because
Okay.
of COVID.
All right,
I
next
couldn't
time
go
you pulled
COVID.
over, oh, officer, you're not gonna care about this inspection. I'm going to be in jail.
I
Austin.
actually had when I was in West Hampton, I had a cop come up to me and I was like, oh no, here we go. He goes, is this your car? And I'm like, oh yeah. And he goes, I go in my mind, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a ticket, which I don't care, but I'm gonna get a ticket. And then what happens? He goes, I really like this car. I think I might get one. Can you pop open the hood? And I pop open the hood. He's like, all right, have a good day. I was like, come on. You definitely saw. You know I have inspired. They don't care. They don't care.
A cop at that point.
Yeah,
Pop
right?
Open the hood. You come up to a random person.
Pop open the hood,
pop
sir.
Open the hood. Okay, guy. Yeah, man. I just don't pay parking tickets.
Wait, how do you not? Wait. You go, I don't pay parking tickets, but you go, oh, you operate in a world with no dates.
Dude, I don't pay parking. What do I look? I am a comedian, son. All right? I'm a comedian that drives.
They don't care about
I am
us.
a unicorn in that area, in that career path. No comedians have
The
cars.
only
unless they're
people,
Kevin Hart or Joe Rogan.
only people care about are first responders and nurses and stuff. Now that's it.
I'm an
They
essential
don't care.
worker, though. You see me outside, I'm slinging these packages from doorstep to doorstep. I'm making the ultimate sacrifice, okay? That's what I'm doing.
Jared Harvin died while giving an old lady teddy bear graham
The
crackers.
vitamin C that she needed to survive. Your gate opened again, guy. I am scared. What is going on?
I got ghosts here. They like me though.
I want to talk about something. I want to talk about something that just recently happened in your life. I'm not sure if we.
No,
I'm not sure. If
I didn't know what you're gonna talk about.
What?
I didn't know what you're gonna say.
No, but like I don't want.
Peter's not here.
I don't
You
want
gotta do when Peter's here.
I don't want to talk about the specifics of it. I just want to talk about how does it feel.
Feels fine.
No. Go into. I'm not. We're not gonna get into specifics. I want to talk about. Okay, I'm gonna say it so people understand. Austin just got out of a relationship, right? But I just want to know. Did you just suck your teeth, or was that my camera?
That was your camera.
Okay.
That was your camera.
I just want to know at this point, how does it feel? How does it feel when you wake up every morning?
I don't have any more good morning texts. That sucks.
No more good morning text. That's a bummer. Right there.
That's one of the bad things.
The one thing, just to remind you that somebody cares about you, because when in the morning, you don't get woken up by your father or your mother. Very rarely, if she makes you breakfast, she yells down and says, "Austin,
That happened today.
I made breakfast." And if you don't respond after that first time, that breakfast is gone, son. If you don't get your cattle call up, if you don't respond to that, those sausages, that pancakes, maybe a little bit of
They're going in the
salami
trash.
cheese, it's going in the trash or it's going in your father's stomach.
Well, here's my thing. We ended stuff on. We're on great terms. We talk every single day. Nothing
Hey,
bad happened.
whoa. Oh, okay, you bring this up. I didn't want to get into specifics.
Oh.
But okay, go
I'm
ahead.
just saying. There's nothing bad happened. We're friends and stuff. It's just what she's got to do, and I got to do what I got to do. Because you know our schedule,
Mm-hmm.
all right? And it's like we
already running late.
I know, and it's just we can't do this thing right now. Maybe in the future we'll get it back going. So it's nothing bad happened. But let me tell you, I'm liking it and I'm not liking it. Like I'm not liking it because I don't get to talk to her all the time and do stuff. But I'm liking it because now I don't have to like do my schedule. It's like, okay, if I'm gonna go do this, I want to talk to her for like at least an hour today. So now it's just like I can do what I need to do.
You don't have to
what
worry
I-
about establishing any type of balance. between
Yeah,
you,
yeah, and like I want to be able to do what I want to do, and I don't like I said it before. We're never gonna have a 9 to 5 unless we're doing a show, and it's gonna be. I'm talking about.
Your boy has a 9
I have a 9 to 5
now,
too.
son.
No, but I'm talking about in hopefully within a year we don't have to do our 9 to 5s anymore. We'll be making a show. We're writing our pilot. This big thing. Hopefully it's gonna take off, but. Stuff like that where we're always going to be on the clock. There's never clocking out for what we do. And some people, it just you can't date an actor. What did Drew Call say in our auditioning class?
Well, okay. Let's put a cap on that. Let's talk about that real quick.
All right,
Because
go.
within the theater department of the school that we went to,
I know.
SUNY Oneonta, there were
Some very, very dramatic people. Okay, there would be a character that had to cry on stage, right?
Yeah.
And the actor up on stage, they'll be doing it, and they'll be like, "Okay, scene, you did a really good job crying." It's like, "Yeah, I just thought about the time that my mom tried to molest me or something like." And you're like, "Okay,
all right.
Like,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go out of here. I'm
It's
out
like,
of here.
okay, it was very drama filled. Everyone had to be at the crux of some point, talk about something. Me and Austin were the kids. We came in, we did our work, we made people laugh. You like to entertain it, but yeah, we go back home and we're normal human
It's
beings.
done. I don't want to do anything.
Okay, we're normal human beings. We go out, we work out. We don't put ourselves in a box talking about oh yeah, I was thinking about being non-binary for the weekend. Like, it's things that are at the point where it's like, how can I manage this chaos, and how far can I immerse myself in this chaos and this world of like drama and like and cutthroatness.
We just did our job and we left.
Yeah,
What you're supposed to do.
It was things that were.
I'm not gonna lie. I loved it. I love seeing the drama in the drama.
I love seeing the drama because I know I was never a part of it, son.
Come on. Your name was always Jared's name always got thrown around because everybody would be like Jared's an asshole. Jared's an asshole.
Because I'm a regular
because
dude.
regular dudes, that's the same thing.
I'm a regular dude, but I say, yo, what's good?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Good morning.
Yeah.
You wanna
F
be-
you, Jared. F
wanna
you,
be-
Jared.
I gave someone a compliment on their breathing.
Oh my God! I remember I
It
was
was
in this class.
Romeo and Juliet. So I was Romeo, and who was it, Mercutio or Benvolio? Who died?
Doesn't Mercutio gets killed?
Yeah, Mercutio gets killed. And the actress played Mercutio did a real good job. After rehearsal, I was like, hey, Mercutio, that was really good breathing. She was like, shut the F up, Jared. Who do you think you are? I had a rough day today.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, okay, son, I'm literally giving you a compliment, bro. But when it is, everyone had to put up this front of like, oh, being so happy and like always being emotional and always having something to say and being at the tip of like the PC culture. And it's like sometimes it's like there's not always a connection between being a creative and being like extremely emotional and intimate at both times. You know, you just gotta. Sometimes you enjoy telling a story, you enjoy having representation or making people laugh, and then you go home. You're a regular person. I'm not saying I have my struggles. I don't have my struggles or strifes, but dude,
people just took it way too seriously. I was like, we're in school. I remember when I first got there and I told them I was doing theater. Everybody's like, you're doing theater? Well, don't you play baseball? Don't you do this? I'm like, yeah. Like, why can't I do both? And then I was like ounce the first year, like until the second year that I was in. It's like, what do you mean? I'm just a regular dude trying to act. I don't have to like have all these like scars and stuff. I mean, everybody has stuff with them. Like you'll see in our pilot what we're going through right now. But it's like I don't have to like show it, and then it makes you feel like I'm a nope. Like, I don't know.
there's a certain level of
so dumb.
exposure and vulnerability that you have to show. I think
They just mad we were the best.
I mean, let's say we're the best. Austin's pretty good at writing and stuff like that. But when it comes to acting, this guy yells for some reason that I don't. Because be like, Austin, play a mad guy. Because I can't even. You're not supposed to. It's like, yo, can you take a breath and actually enunciate some words?
That
please?
was
We can't
that was
understand you.
my first. Now I'm good. Okay.
This guy, Romeo and Juliet, when Tybalt died,
Tybalt.
I stabbed,
No!
I stabbed Tybalt.
No!
And all I
Tybalt!
hear is Tybalt.
No!
And I'm like,
That was my first time.
I was like, is there a 7-year-old in the crowd right now that reads Shakespeare? Like, what's going on? This guy was just like, yeah, he got better, but like it was just like yelling and like the emotion is right there. It's in
I'm
front of your
sorry.
face.
I was never the lead, Jared. Jared was leading like every single thing we were in. Okay.
Listen, son, I was not the lead. Honestly, acting is one of my passions, one of my loves, but I don't like take it to a certain extent. It's like acting. I'm telling somebody else's story throughout my perspective. I would live somebody else's life, how I would live it. With the keynotes of their world, and then that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't have to. This is my serious face
Oh,
now.
dude, that's what I tried. Dude, I
did some
tried doing
research on the
this.
character,
No,
what was going through their head at the time. I'll be like, okay, I can do that, and then that's
yeah,
it.
that's it. I'll never forget when we were in audition techniques, and Jared we were doing this whole thing about like trying to find monologues, and everybody found a monologue, and Jared still didn't have one. We're like, oh my god, what is Jared gonna do? And I'm looking at Jared, and he's about to go up, and he's still looking for monologues. As soon as his name gets called, he goes, all right, I'll go with this monologue. And this monologue had to be one of the best monologues I've ever heard in my life. It was so good.
Listen,
The suicide one.
Listen, the suicide. Oh yeah,
Dude, that's such a good piece.
Suicide Incorporated.
That was so good, but you found it right before.
I forget the writer, man, but that's a pretty good. It's a play about a company that writes suicide letters for people and like the struggles that they go through. Really good writer, and I used it for the Irene Ryan's the Kennedy Center auditions.
I didn't know you used that. Was it good? Did it go good?
Yeah. I got into the second round because of it.
Oh, good.
So
Dude, I just, you
it's
know
really
what it would be? It would be this. It'd be like, all right, we get an assignment. Okay, everybody, you have a month to prepare. To prepare something. I want everybody bring it in. everybody else would work on it, you know, every day and night, be just like crying about it on the bridge, like just breaking down in tears to do a stupid monologue for a stupid class. And then what would happen is they would ask, like, Jared and I'd be like, what are you guys doing? Be like, I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know. I'm not looking at it. And they would get mad at us.
Yeah,
They would get mad at us.
I really scrambled at the last time because Drew was like, okay, you have to have a contemporary. Our teacher, Drew Kyle, shout out to him.
The best.
Contemporary,
The man.
You have to have a classical. And then he was like, all right, just have one freelance one that you can do whatever. You can be from a movie because you usually didn't like movies.
Oh, yeah, I remember he said, no movies.
And I picked Paid in Full. Where Ty Pfeiffer's in the car and he's crying because they took his kid. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And I did that, son. I changed the culture of that room. I swear, it was 55 and sunny out. By the time I was done, it was snowing and it was negative 32
You were making,
degrees.
dude. I remember 2 people cried in that class.
Everybody was like, "Yo, they were
what
like,
is going on?"
You're like, wait, this? I've never seen this. This must be a masterpiece. This movie must have got tons of Oscars. I was like,
No.
It got a Jet Image Award.
I knew as soon as you did, because I didn't know you were doing Paid in Full, and I remember the first time I was like, this is Paid in Full, but nobody else knows because everybody else just know theater.
Yeah,
No one
everyone
knows
else
anything
just
else.
did it. And he was like, oh, the way he was, the way that the character was showing his vulnerability, but you know he's a hard man that was weathered by the streets. I was like, son, that was Mekhi
Yeah,
Phifer with one tear coming down his face and Paid in Full. Okay, that's what it was. But like, it's the levels that you can. That's what it is, bro. It's like the levels that you can add to a scene and the story that you.
Yeah,
can
that's
tell.
what it's all about.
Getting perspective on other people's lives, man. That's what makes acting so dope because you realize, hey, that's a struggle that I never ever even thought of.
But all I gotta say is that no matter, like, Jared is a really good actor, but who in audition techniques when that guy came in, that's the Asian guy, who'd he say had the top one? You remember?
I really don't know.
It was me. And then Caleb.
It was you,
It was me.
dude. He defecated on mine. He was like, oh yeah, it's really good. I love your energy, the charismatic, but the characters are just the same. And I looked at Drew.
Oh man.
I looked at Drew and I was like,
You know what Drew probably did. He probably told me, like, listen, this is one of our better guys.
He was
Tear him down.
No, he was like BS and he was shaking his head. I remember I did Suicide Incorporated.
Yeah, which
And
is
then-
a killing one. It was great.
And then I did something from damn, I forgot it. But I was
You did it, so it had to be Shakespeare, right?
It was Shakespeare, and I remember I was a warrior talking about how my love for this girl has made me forget about like my warrior's past. And I was being very like vulnerable and open. Another one, I was just being an a-hole, and the guy was like, "Oh, it's kind of the same character."
What?
Things like that. And I think I did Paid in Full too. And he was like, "Oh, I can see this being the same character. It didn't have much of a change up." I was like, "Oh, okay." But your boy got nominated for
He
Raising
did.
the Sun and went to the
He
second
did.
round for
He did. That was
Irene
good.
Ryan's Kennedy Center audition. Son,
Let me
so
tell you, that was a
What?
good play. That was a good play. And did you? That was a good play. Did you ever see the recording of it?
no, I don't have my hands on it. I need to get it.
Oh, I probably have it on one of these. I will look for you. I'll make sure I'll find it for you. Because that, you know why I really like Raising the Sun? It was the first show that when I was president of Wire TV, the studio that films everything on campus.
Yeah, you filmed that thing up.
It was the first time they actually let us do a 3-camera setup and actually really work on it like we were actually Broadway, and it was great, and it killed, dude. It killed on tape. It looked so good, and that's like, what was that? Was that a student?
Yeah, it was student.
That's why it was so easy. It was so easy to do stuff and work with everybody.
Also, because it was in Hamlin, and that's a very small
That,
space. You get those camera angles going.
And people didn't want to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing during.
Listen,
you want to talk about that a little bit?
Raisin in the Sun, guys. It was obviously all black. Oh, mainly all black.
It had
cast,
one.
black show.
That Kyle, right, was the only
Yeah,
one that was.
and like we would walk into auditions and like stuff would be missing from our set,
Yeah.
like pieces would be like moved to the other side of the stage. We went in there; it was blazing cold one day. We were
Yeah.
asking people like, "Hey, can we lower the temperature in here? Like, I know we're black, but we don't have to have the equator
no.
temperatures in here."
Nope.
And then we came out there; it was like cold and 55. We're like, "Whoa, what is going on?"
Are you saying there was a conspiracy?
I'm not gonna say there was a conspiracy, but all I know is it was a very small apartment, and we had lines painted on the floor to like note where the apartment was.
Do you remember?
And literally, like the chair would move closer and closer to the apartment. I'm like, either the neighborhood in which we're living in is getting extremely gentrified, and they're building a Jamba
That'd
Juice
be
next
funny.
door,
That'd be
taking away
funny.
our walls, or someone's messing with the set.
I didn't know. I didn't know there was a conspiracy. I just was talking about that. It was an all black cast. It was one of the first ever shows that were all black in Oneon's besides one guy. And nobody wanted to do I remember someone told me, I was like, yeah, I want to tell him doesn't work, but I'm too scared. It was stuff I was like, just tell him, man.
Who said that?
I'm not saying the name. I'll tell you after.
Give me the first initial.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Shut up.
Student?
Yeah.
Student said that?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
K, the student.
Yes. No, not K. The letter, the name starts with a K.
Yeah, and that person is a student.
Yes.
I can't see that person saying that.
I'll tell. Yes.
Okay.
But okay.
All right.
But it was one of these things where it's I don't want to not say the wrong thing, but I don't want to get ousted as a racist because I want to tell him something. And I was like, why does everybody think about stuff like that?
We had 5 people of color in the department already, and we needed other 4 roles to be filled.
Yeah, and I was like, if you, I was like, just tell Jared. He won't get back.
I was gonna knock that thing out the park either way. So
it was fun. No, that was fun.
No,
but
man, that was sold out each and every night. They had to add chairs. That was good.
That the add the chair, Mama.
Every time this guy would talk about raising the son, he would go, "Yeah, I love raising the son." There will be a 3-second pause, and he goes, "Mama," and I've never said "mama" like that in the play once. But I know that when he talks about Southern people. And he goes "mama" when he's trying to do a Southern accent, so I don't understand why he does that.
It's Daniel. Shout out Daniel Lincoln. He was the guy that would always do that. He'd be like, "Mama." Remember Dan Lincoln in makeup? He would do Medea.
He just breathe real heavy through his nose exclusively and not use his mouth.
I remember. I love you, Daniel, and I told you about this already. But one time we were taking a test in stage makeup. And I had to move because all I heard was, and I'm trying to figure out what shade should I do, and I'm just, I can't concentrate because I'm trying not to laugh, and I got yelled at for freaking laughing because this guy's Darth Vader's breathing down my neck.
If there's any brother that knows when to quote Medea for every point in life, any situation in life, this guy has a quote from Medea from it, and he'll do the blackest, mammiest voice that you've ever heard. That Austin will probably die.
I die every
racial.
time.
It's so racial. It's so racial. If you could just hear Dan talk. And Dan would cast him Tarantino would cast him in his next piece about
Django
black
too.
people
Yeah,
enslaved. So yeah, man.
Wait, yeah, I got one other point. We were talking about it before we move on to sports. We haven't got the sports yet.
Yeah, we're gonna do this other story real quick.
Your process of when you're acting, your process of learning lines. Where do you not procrastinate? Because when I was in Prague really changed my life in the acting world. There was this guy who was he's now doing the Yale Theater. He got in, where everybody was having fun. We were all just doing our thing, and I remember he was nowhere to be found. And our director was like, "Hey, I need you guys to learn these lines by 2 days." And he had I gotta say maybe 400 lines. We were doing, I forgot what play we were doing. We were doing Shakespeare play, Love, Labor's Lost. And I remember watching that guy go, "Yeah, guys, I'll see you later. I gotta go learn my lines." And he walked. I was like, "Wow, this guy. We're all having fun," and he just left to go learn. That's what it's all about.
Well, also when I think about acting, I think about that as fun. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna be in an office making money. I'm not gonna be sitting down and have to figure out.
We're gonna be in an office writing
or be
sketches.
in office writing, but you don't have to convince anybody to do anything. Acting is one of those things that you come fully prepared. You do what you got to do, and the audience has to come along with you.
Yeah.
And if you're good, if you put in the work, you're good. But you don't have to sit there and repeatedly get them to buy this thing. They're already there. They're already in the seats. All you got to do is do your job. And when I think about that, I think about all I got to do is memorize these lines. And I love the journey about that. I'm sitting down. First, I get the lines as me. Then I can get the lines as Romeo. Then I can get as my character. Then I can get how it sounds to other people, and put the enunciation on it, put the accents. It's just a process. So hours before rehearsal, I would just sit in my basement, walk around in the circle, or when I was a freshman, walking around trying to get lines. Or I did that a lot when I was
even in Terps and stuff. You did it.
Yeah, Terps. I walk around. I mean, Terps is easy because it's sketches. You want to film with people, and if you're writing it, you memorize it. But that's how I get information down, man. I sit down and walk in a circle. And
but how do you see with me? It's I'll get, especially when I'll always wait till the last minute, and that's where a lot of, in the beginning, especially Romeo and Juliet, the reason why it took me a long time to get semi-good, because I always took forever to learn my lines. How do you find it when you're just like, oh, like, how do you be like, all right, I'm going to do it right now? Because I don't know, I might have ADHD or something, because it takes me forever.
Kid, you never had, like, a lead role.
I know.
Okay, you never had the lead role that made
True.
you sit down like, yo, if I don't do this,
You're
this
right.
play is going to suck.
I did that in Prague, though.
See, but when you have people around you that are depending on
That's
you, the
what-
whole process that
yeah.
matters to you, you got to sit down and be like, all right, like, how you gonna have Romeo and Juliet when Juliet's talking about, oh, I love you, Romeo, like, your hair looks nice, like, you gotta be like prepared, you know, and
Yeah.
that's what it comes with, man. You gotta be prepared.
You're right.
You gotta
I
be-
promise you that whenever we write these in the pilot and stuff, I will make sure I get my lines out, because I did like a Zoom play.
Just don't scream at me, son.
I
That's
don't
all
I don't
want.
scream. I don't know why.
We're gonna
One
be filming it.
time.
We're gonna be filming it. The road bike is gonna be
You
right near your chest.
you
Just
know
don't
I'm
scream
good.
at me.
Here, listen. You know I'm good. All right.
I want to be a comedian. Like, okay, we're literally in a car.
I
You
will
don't
tell
have to
everybody.
yell at me.
I even tell my parents, I go, I'm good. I suck at acting if I don't know my lines, but I'm good if I know my lines. That's true.
That's usually how it goes.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, man, acting is fun. If you get into it, you got a lot of stories to talk about. It's passionate. Let's talk about another actor that got canceled recently. So before we get to these sports, son, Pepe Le Pew,
He's kicked off the Toon Squad.
Looney Tunes, son.
Got his pink slip.
Who owns Looney? Who?
Warner Brothers,
War-
aka so Warner Brothers. They own
Are they owned by anybody?
Warner Media now. They own.
Warner Media.
They own HBO.
HBO. Okay. Warner Media has cut out Pepe Le Pew from this up and coming Space Jam. A new
Pepe Le
dawn,
bye bye.
a new dawn, a new generation, or whatever it's called.
Space Jam 2. No one's gonna watch this.
Because his character represents rape culture. Now we're seeing this trend go on with characters or even stories that are eons old, iconic, like Dr. Seuss, like we talked about last week, being canceled. And they canceled Pepe Le Pew
Canceled.
because of rape culture. Now, this is what I have to say about this. In today's climate, you have people that are super aware, and we see these companies cancel to try to show solidarity or try to stand with people.
Yeah.
We have to remember, not everybody in these companies are wokey woke.
No.
All right, not everybody's AOC. Not everybody's what was that sister doing all the activism?
Oh,
What's the name?
let me look it up.
Politically correct. All right, not everybody AOC, not everybody's Ruth Bader Ginsburg,
Ginsburg.
not everybody's Naomi Osaka. She's a great tennis player. I'm not even sure she's like, but not everybody is on this tip of, oh, we have to stand for the right thing. Warner Brothers Media sees that, hey, people have problems with Pepe Le Pew. All right, I'll let it slide. And you know why? Because Pepe Le Pew does not decimate my bottom line. Pepe Le Pew, probably a couple scenes in the new Space Jams, you get a couple laughs. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I want to kiss you.
4 lines, that's it. So, okay, I don't want to decimate my bottom line. I don't want to prevent people from coming to see my movie. Now, if this character, if Daffy Duck was out there masturbating in front of Win, if Bugs Bunny was out there chasing little girls, chasing little 14-year-old girls, trying to get them to come into a van, you best believe Warner Brothers would have fought tooth and nail to have these characters in the movie because those are the money.
Yeah, they
makers.
just like
You
who
think
cares
of
about
Looney
Pepe Le
Tunes?
Pew?
Bugs, you think of Daffy, you thought about Lola Bunny. Lola Bunny was fine.
Well, yeah,
all right?
we'll get into that right after this because I got
Lola Bunny was fine. I was bricked up watching Space Jam when I saw Lola Bunny. Now she looks like she's 40, and she gets child support from her baby daddy, and she has 2 kids, and she lives somewhere in the Pasadena.
Well, they did
area.
what they wanted to do. They wanted to desexualize her.
They
but
wanted to desexual because you have to be aware. Okay, if I sexualize this bunny, I'm sexualizing women, and then I take away woman's agency. Oh, are women gonna come and see this?
it's like a
this
domino
movie?
effect. It really is a domino effect.
So I'm gonna cut my losses because I don't want to lose money as a company.
That's the thing. That's what everybody's like. These companies do not care. They don't care what you. If everybody bound together was like, listen, we're gonna start making films about like anti-whatever Jewish films, fine. Oh, you want an anti-Jewish film? Everybody's okay with anti-Jewish films?
We'll give it to
Cinder's List 2. Here we go. 3D. They'll just start.
We'll give it to you.
They give you what you want. They don't care. And then they're not like, okay, we watch this movie. All right, Pepe Le Pew. Okay, you know what? We're gonna keep him. I don't like it. All right, you gonna pay us money to see the movie? Yeah. All right, yeah.
I was
Take it out.
I was talking to my boy Mike, and he brought up a good point. He was like, movies and these companies are either going to give people what they want. They're going to be a reflection of the climate that they're in, or they're going to push a narrative that the people who have the money want to push. And he was like, yo, why do you think they make so much money in all these movies off of World War II? Because they want to remind you that Nazis were bad and that the Jewish people were they had a genocide against them and they were oppressed for a long time as well. They want to remind you about that constant history. And then you find out, hey, who runs Hollywood? Who's got all the money in Hollywood? Jewish people. So, but he was joking, but like that brings up a good point that the people with money are gonna like push out the certain things that they want to see. But this is my problem with it. Like I said before with the Kobe Bryant, people saying, "Oh, I'm not ready to hear a song about Kobe's death." People are always so quick to put themselves at the forefront of something. I don't like this because I went through this.
You're just selfish.
Therefore, I'm not going to accept that. Oh, Pepe Le Pew, he rubs up on women. That's reflective of rape culture. I don't like that. Cancel him. What you do as Warner Brothers, when you agree to that, you take away the whole character arc. Because what's funny about Pepe Le Pew is he's a skunk who's French. And it's okay to say, listen, French people are very love-induced, and that's the culture of love over there. He's a dude who's French who wants to get after girls, but he's a skunk.
It's just satire. It's all
It's
a joke.
It's funny because he's a skunk, and the one thing that he's so confident about, he's missing the thing that you need to smell clean. Wash your ass, but you can't. So you're trying to holler at women while your ass is smelly. That's funny.
It is funny.
Now,
it's hilarious.
What that is, that's a connection of lack of self-awareness. Which, well, let's look into it. Say if a rape goes down, the rapist could have, or like along the lines of a guy meets a girl at the bar, they're talking and whatnot, and the guy doesn't pick up on the fact that the girl doesn't want to talk to him. He doesn't have self-awareness.
Yeah.
So down the line, you can maybe see a connection between rape and a lack of self-awareness because you have to know, like, if you have consent or something like that. We can do that. That's
everybody
kind of
needs consent. Always consent. Remember that.
But always consent. Yes.
Always consent.
But you can take out the fact that this guy is trying to touch up on women. He can literally have all these poems ready, like, "Oh, you are so sweet today," and they can be like, "Oh, yo, you stink. Get the F away from."
That's what it should have been. That should have been.
That could be that. So you, as Warner Brothers, especially with an animated film, you can make that happen. But no, you say, "Oh no, he's rape culture." Yeah, that's all.
The studios are just scared.
No.
They're scared.
There's more.
Scared.
There's more to this character that you say, "Oh, yo, he's just a dude that's trying to holler at girls that smell," and he never gets what he wants.
Yeah, the scene they cut out was LeBron James telling him about consent, which I was like, "What? That's a great scene. Let it ride."
Why is LeBron James telling him about consent?
I don't know. Because I told you, satire this. Okay.
Why is LeBron had kids that's 15 years old. The brother don't care about no consent.
I don't know. It's
probably didn't know what consent is when he had Bronny James Jr.
Warner Brothers and HBO. Hopefully they don't keep doing this thing where they try to push like the narrative and stuff. It's like, oh, you don't like it, okay, we're gonna reverse and we're gonna do this. Please don't do that. Just let people write what they want, write what they want to watch, write what they want to write, watch what they want to watch. If they want to see this stuff, let them.
You kind of blanket everything, like, and
we're just holding hands. We're holding everybody's hands to everything.
That woke culture asks people not to blanket everything when it comes to race or types of people, but when it comes to something like this, we'll blanket that. And it's kind of like when you make videos, right, and you make content to put out there, and you work hard, you work on the punchlines, you put it on social media, it doesn't get a lot of views, but then you see a video of a dude going in a grocery store half naked streaking, and you see it goes on World Star and Complex and all these things, and you're like, yo, I'm working so hard, why does this company post that and not me? And you're like, oh, that's because that's what the people want to see.
Yes.
It's a reflection of the culture, so you can't necessarily be mad at the brand or the company, but you got to be mad at the people. And people, let's set it straight, because it's kind of like the Gina Carano thing where she was like in
She said a stupid thing. She just said something dumb. That was
never
dumb.
compare yourself to.
Don't ever compare the Jews to anything because you're never gonna win.
Never compare yourself to the Jews because with all these World War II movies, you seen
don't compare us.
You seen what happened to the Jews. Schindler's List, guys. Come on, you're not gonna. The boy with striped pajamas. Come on.
What a sad movie that was. I watched it in middle school.
That out. But Gina Carano basically said, in Nazi Germany, the Jews weren't first ousted by the Germans; they were ousted by their own.
Yeah.
Once you create a narrative, that people are bad, then you create incentives for their owns to out them out. And they were basically saying, like, stop saying like Republicans and like right-wing people are so negative because then you're gonna create a vortex for them to be persecuted against, and then you're going to open up the doors for violence to happen against them.
Now,
I get what she said.
Yes.
I understood that.
Yes.
Never compare yourself to the Jews, girl. Should you lost your job? No. But hey, Disney doesn't want to cut their bottom line.
And people that watch Disney movies, they had to put disclaimers and stuff.
They do not want to cut their bottom line. Yeah. You want to talk about that? Okay, I'm going to cut you because Jews? I got to have them watch it. There's not a Jewish movie about a Jewish princess that has a timeshare somewhere, but I gotta have Jews watching my stuff, so I gotta cut you.
I mean, I'm like, it's stupid the way she got fired, but like, I didn't like her character in that. She just yelled all the time.
She's got big arms.
Now, do you think what if like Baby Yoda tweeted that? How hard do you think Disney would have fought to keep Baby Yoda?
Exactly.
Yeah,
like,
we're
Disney
talking
gonna
before.
keep Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Yo, F the Jews. Baby Yoda says, I don't
Yoda
like the
can give
Jews.
himself Hitler mustache.
Yeah. You see with Amazon, dude. It's so dumb.
He can do all that, and they'll keep him because that's their bottom line. It's all about like.
Yeah. Yoda post on Twitter, "Happy birthday to my favorite person, Adolf Hitler." People be like, "Oh, I love you, Baby Yoda. I love you. You're so woke, Baby Yoda."
Baby Yoda can bring back Mace Windu, all right, and he can kill him off and say, I killed him because he's an Alabama porch monkey. And
oh my God! Oh my God!
And
He just
see,
said
Austin
that.
laughs at racist stuff,
I'm not
guys.
laughing at it.
Mark that
I'm
down.
not laughing at that. That's crazy.
And,
That's crazy. You
and
just
they
said.
can give Baby Yoda a whole spin-off
crazy you
and
just
8
said.
seasons.
Yeah, it'd be like Baby Yoda goes to rehab. Baby Yoda goes to sensitivity training. Fix your camera. Baby Yoda. They're like, there's like a petition to go out. It would be the first petition to get someone uncanceled because they made like a Adolf Hitler thing. What he said wasn't that bad. It's Baby Yoda.
Yeah, come on, man. How big is your influence over? How much is that willing to trump what you do, man? And that's what it is. But this blanket
Let the
thing,
art come out.
The rape culture thing, man. We're asking people to not blanket and be specific, and realize what people can offer rather than their negative side. But we can't even do it to a cartoon, dude. I'm getting mad over this. I'm a grown ass man talking about a cartoon. I'm not sure what I'm mad more about, that they canceled him because he's rape culture, or that I'm getting so passionate over a goddamn cartoon that's a skunk.
Because you're in this industry, you got to know that you're in it now. You're not these people that work 9 to 5 in their office and watch the TV. You're in the industry, and what we're doing, like the pilot we're writing and the stuff that we're doing, we are gonna change it. Okay, we're gonna be satire because I love satire. That's why I love South Park. People think South Park's a dumb show. They don't understand it. It's them making fun of the world. It's great, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. And I wonder what it's gonna do to the comedians that are coming up now. Like I never. Sometimes I find myself. I'm going to say what I want to say, but I'm also going to say it in a non-offensive way. And I think it can make comedy better because you're getting to say something that's either unhinged and you say it and you validate it with a joke, you get people to laugh, or you go through this little snake pathway to get up to what you want to say without offending anybody. So I think
you have to have that FU money.
Regardless, is going to make the comedy better, man. But Pepe Le Pew, he's gone, son.
Well, here's my thing. When you're just talking about the state of comedy, when you're writing something, you're about to go on stage. When you write it, you're like, no, I can't say that. I'll get in trouble. I can't. Do you ever find you just don't care now?
No, I remember I was at an open mic in Brooklyn, the Pine Box, and it was when Corona first dropped, and I did a joke regarding China and the bats, and I was like, yo, if I heard that the coronavirus got started through people eating bats, I was like, yo,
you know how hard it is to catch a bat. Like they can't even see, and then you catch them and you eat them. How messed up is that?
Yeah.
And I did some jokes about that.
That's funny.
I did some jokes about coronavirus, and this white woman comes up on stage. Of course, she's white, and she goes, "Are we really gonna come up here and just say jokes about how we're gonna be judging about what another culture eats and what their cuisine is? The jury's out on that." And she spends 5 minutes
lecturing you,
picking apart.
Was this in front of people?
Yes, in front of all these comedians in a pine box.
That's
picking
awesome.
it apart. And
the balls.
Looking back on it, I'm mad that
you didn't stop her.
I'm mad that I didn't stop because this is gonna sound mean, but you can't give someone that much power over you when it comes to jokes, especially if it's another comedian. And me as a black man, knowing how hard the comedy game is, knowing that I have to work harder than everybody else, I can't let a white woman do that to me. Because
she white woman explained you.
Yeah, she white woman explained me. She white woman explained me in a game where I know I'm the best. I'm the best at this. People come after me when they talk about stand-up comedy. My people reign upon.
That's true.
I mean, it's not a sexist thing or misogynist thing. I'm the shit when it comes to this. Excuse my language, but I'm.
Who cares?
That's how passionate.
I'll say shit too here, so we'll get in trouble.
For her to do that, I was like, I really should have checked her. Like, I really should have put my foot down. But she, a comic, spent 5 minutes, her whole set. She only got 5 minutes open mic. She spent the whole set. She started out like, I don't know if I want to do my jokes or talk about a set I heard tonight. And she literally picked it all apart.
Oh, was the white one was a comedian?
Yes.
Oh, you don't go off on your own. What are you? I thought it was just an audience member.
Hey,
Dude, you should totally take a hike. Like that's. I'll never forget.
Some people were clapping. Some people were clapping. Other people were like, "Yo, you don't do that. Just go up there, do your set, and go home."
That's what it is.
And I should have been like, "Yo, what is your problem?" And I can't, as from what I've seen in this game, and from the opportunities that get shelled out to people who may not deserve it, I
see it every day. That's why you gotta make your own thing.
Do that to me, and that's one of my biggest regrets.
Well, it's a learning experience. It's the same thing happened to me 2 years ago when I was doing comedy. I was doing this whole bar mitzvah thing. It was it was stupid jokes. And this Jewish guy comes up to me and goes like, I just came back. I've been to so many bar mitzvahs and that stuff doesn't happen. You lie. And she's like, he's getting all my case. And I just told the guy, I said, take a hike. Get out of here. Get out of here. Leave.
It's just
Leave.
Jokes, son.
I love when people try to check me, and I just the best way to check someone is just go, get out of my face. That's it. Not like, but never, if somebody checks you, never try to defend yourself. Just tell them to get out of your face. That is the best. That is the way to do it.
It's the state of comedy, though, man. You can't say to the world, you can't say something. But let's not be in the business of blanketing everything. And that's for right or left perspective, man. Just like look at something for what it is. If it's overtly bad, yeah. If Pepe Le Pew was just his character was just like straight up raping people, yeah,
get him out of it.
But you have the premise of a skunk who wants to holler at people, but he smells. That's pretty funny. And he can get rejected. He can be consensual and doesn't come on to anybody after he gets rejected. That's fine. But for you to even be considering that LeBron James has to talk to Pepe Le Pew about consent, you're righting some wrong that hasn't been done yet. Like we all know that things were acceptable back then, and then they're not acceptable now. But if you can just make the character into a different version of what he already is, change him up a little bit, get rid of some of that touching and the unconsensual stuff, that's fine, and just have it at the basis of what he is or why it's funny, you're good. But you don't have to have a scene of consent, because that shows me that as Warner Brothers, they were already thinking about 2 steps ahead of like, oh, we got to talk about this because that's messed up.
It would have turned off a lot of people too in that scene. I'd be like, all right, you're pushing too much stuff on me. Whatever. I guess they made the right move, because now, you know what it is? They didn't even have to tell anybody. They could have no one saw the movie yet. They could have just cut them right out. No one, I don't know why they got to tell everybody everything. I don't know. There's no more secrets.
You have to tell because that's a win for the people who want it to happen. We got Pepe Le Pew out. It was rape culture. We should not stand for this. This is that. This character is a menace. Whoever wrote him should be jailed or something. That's a win.
Beheaded. Imagine started canceling people. We just started beheading them. Wow.
French Revolution.
Yeah, I actually, with the bad thing, I got in trouble in one of my sketch writing classes because I wrote a sketch about how nobody wanted to sit next to Batman because they were scared. He was at the Super Friends, and this is when COVID happened, and Batman came in, and everybody was like, didn't want any part because he's a bat, and they're like, you can't be making jokes like that. It's too soon about COVID. This is just a start. No one really died. Like, not that many people died yet. It was just a sketch about no one wants to sit next to Batman because he's a bat. It's a satire. It's another take on it. How funny, because the funny part is that these people are stupid. He's not really a bat. That's why it's funny.
And there are people out in the world like that are ignorant that you can display in that sketch. It's like he's not really a bat, and you really just get to show the reflection of the world, just like you said in South Park. But I go off the basis of facts in my jokes. If a bat or if this disease, virus came from a bat, people eating bats, and people saw that, and now they were a little bit iffy about bats, that would make sense as to why people wouldn't want to sit next to them. It's basically a chain. There's no loops or loopholes. It's basically a chronological chain. That is this is that, and that is why this is that.
And here's Peter. It's like, these people just don't understand. they don't get it. It's like I just don't get it. These people they push the narrative.
Yeah, pushing that narrative, man. Let's get into some of these sports so we can get up out of here,
Sean. Facts. We're already over. We got Blake Griffin to the Nets. Too little or too much?
Blake Griffin's going to the Nets, man. Also, Andre Drummond, who the Cavaliers currently, they're debating on a buyout with him. If the Cavaliers get to buy him out, he may go to the Nets. That's going to be a stacked team. But right now, Blake Griffin got bought out by the Detroit Pistons. He's currently got signed by the Nets, so currently it's going to be Kyrie
I can't
Irving,
believe that. That's crazy.
Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Kevin Durant.
I'm definitely going to get a jersey.
Kevin
I like
Durant,
Blake Griffin. He's
ankle
cool.
sprain. He didn't play in the All-Star game. Blake Griffin and Joe Harris, who won the three-point contest about a year ago. Is this too much? Because remember when Chris Paul was going to go to the Lakers when they had the trade back in the day, I forget who was the commissioner back then either, Adam Silver, David Stern.
Probably David Stern because Adam Silver's still there.
Yeah. They stopped it and said, oh, we can't do that. It's going to be too much of a powerhouse when it was going to.
Because it's the Nets, man. The Nets blow.
But no, you sign James, now it becomes something different. Historically, Nets have blown. I mean, not the 2000s. They went to the finals. Between
when you had to take the Atlantic, since you've been having to take the Atlantic Terminal to their games, they sucked.
Yes,
say that.
Yes.
Say that.
Marshawn Brook days, the revitalized geriatric Celtics days. Those days have been sucking. But now we have Blake Griffin, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, possibly Andre Drummond.
Only thing is LeBron. It will be great. We'll finally win.
Is that too much for the East now?
It's like a thing where they've been so bad that it could be a flip of a coin. You know, basketball, you get hurt so easy. Basketball and football, those are the two sports you get hurt so easily, and especially basketball, you get hurt so. So I don't think they're gonna make a fuss about it now. If they start, killing everybody, then I think it's gonna be a problem. But they don't know, and they're older people now, and who knows? And it's also New York, and New York, as we talked about before, it's the city. It's so much harder to play in and stuff with the media and stuff. So it's not like all these people went to like Kansas and they're just playing in Kansas.
All these guys have had problems with media or social media.
Exactly, that's why.
Kevin Durant got two Twitters, switching it up like Harvey Dent, Two-Face, got two sides.
Yeah, two sides.
Burner accounts to make fun of people or clap back at people. Kyrie Irving goes missing. His brother goes on a journey quest, turns into a Buddha for about 4 weeks at a time, and you can't even see him. And James Harden tricking people wearing a fat suit sometimes and not wearing a fat suit. Blake Griffin has been carrying the Detroit Pistons for a while. He was an all-star about a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah,
He's been doing pretty good.
Good commercials.
Good commercials. Stand-up comedian as well.
Good stuff.
He's had a pretty good acceleration of his career. Developed his outside game. Developed his mid-game. He's eons past Lob City. He's much more than that. He can't really elevate like that no more. He's getting a little older. But my question is this too much for the East to handle? But is it too little for when it comes to the finals and you're facing Western teams? Because you have this great culmination of talent and skill. But when you look out to the West,
and you see how the Lakers are comprised, that is a team with two powerhouse people within AD and LeBron, and their chemistry is crazy. And it's dope because LeBron is a point forward, which he has all this athletic ability to slam on you, but he can run the court. And AD is just this unicorn of like long range, long body. So like it's almost like LeBron is Kyrie and who else would I say? LeBron is like Kyrie and Blake put together, and then AD is like James and Kevin put together. So it's like almost a morphing of skill. So can you handle these four guys with the connection that you have with these two guys, and also the pretty good supporting background that the Lakers have? Because you have role players on the Lakers, dude. Let's not knock them out. Caruso steps up when he needs to. Kuzma's been doing his thing. Caldwell Pope, great outside shooter. You have people that do what they need to do. Is that going to be enough, though, to override just the raw talent that they have on that side? Because I'm a big believer, I don't care who you put together, unless they've been trying to get it on each other's boat for a while, trying to get it on each other's team for a while, unless they grew up in the same hometown, just like Bradley Beal or Jason Tatum did. You saw they had the rapport at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Unless they had something like that, you're not gonna pop off.
That's what it is. It's not like putting LeBron. It's not like they put, all right, we'll put Steph Curry, we'll put LeBron James on one team. Like that already, they're gonna stop it. But it just comes to a point. It's like, again, what I always say: let the kids play. Let's see what happens, because someone's gonna get hurt, someone's not gonna like somebody. It's not definite. These players, they're good, but it's not definite they're gonna work well with each other. This isn't the Bulls. Imagine back in the '90s when Michael Jordan, he was on the Bulls and they had the best team. They're like, yeah, this team's way too good.
Yeah.
Don't you want to see a New York team like that? Yeah. Chicago guys, it's Chicago. They eat freaking deep dish pizza. Give me a break. Come on, we need. It's good, but it's not. Let me just.
All right, my bad. I'm just saying.
It's good, but not as good as our pizza.
That's a piece of cow.
Wait, actually, pause. Did you see New York Times said the best bagels are in California?
No, Jewish people through a mitzvah, son. A violent one.
How can you say that? If you're eating a bagel in New York, it's better than eating anywhere in California.
California don't know bro, they think everything is cool. The sun is shining every day, son.
And then it starts burning.
We walk outside in New York, our lips fall off from the cold. We appreciate things that we have. California,
oh, it's raining today. Oh, has it rained?
Yeah, California, they don't know what struggle is.
The whole place could be on fire. Like,
so what? They don't
cool.
have water. You can just take a dip in the Pacific Ocean. You take water out of your pool, because everybody got a pool out in California. You just boil that. You get away the chlorine. You sanitize it and you drink it. Like, people in California don't know real struggle. Okay, they can't appreciate things.
That's why we like it here. That's why New York. But what was I talking about? Oh, I was saying that I think they kind of finally want to see a New York team be good, because there's the money. The money's in New York, and the team. Imagine the team is great. They're winning nonstop. It'll be the best. It'll be the best.
The money is here, man. I'm just like, you really don't know. It's like how you know. How you know that they're gonna be a unstoppable powerhouse, man? Because right now the Sixers are the number one in the East, and you see what they have, a tag team similar to AD and LeBron. Ben Simmons, point forward. Joel Embiid, a very unstoppable force as a center. A little less outside range than AD, and maybe a little less elusiveness. But it's that same structure, and you have guys to back them up in the background, like Tobias Harris, Hills East boy, repping Long Island. Tobias, I see.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, man, it's just like you gotta have camaraderie first before you have this great unstoppable power. And you really don't know, because you really don't know. Look, Giannis is out there struggling with Chris Middleton. I'm pretty sure Chris Middleton's been out because he has to go to the dentist. That guy has donkey teeth.
For the sake of basketball, this is good.
Guy's got donkey teeth behind.
Does he really?
Shooting three. Yeah, Chris Middleton's teeth's a little messed up.
Is it bad? Like braces can fix it, or is it just
I'm
like
not sure. I'm not sure, but like
that?
I don't see his teeth a lot, but you could tell just by the outer ridges of his mouth. It's bumpy in there, kid. It's bumpy in there.
You have enough money. Go to
not
a
even
dentist.
a Wrangler can handle those teeth.
Oh man, that's funny.
But it just begs the question. You really don't know about all this culmination of power
How you know?
until
until this playoffs coming, man. And we're gonna have to see how you're gonna deal with the West. The Jazz are out there killing stuff now. Donovan, Rudy Gobert, great point guard, great center. Mike Conley as another helping hand. And you got the Lakers to deal with. Don't sleep on the Clippers. Everyone thought they were going to be big. Paul George, playoff P. Now he's pandemic P. And, so we're going to have to wait and see, man. But it's very interesting.
I like it. I like it. It makes me want to watch the Nets even more now. Now I went to a Buffalo Wild Wings, and I've been going like that's the only place to go eat now. And going there last year when they opened up, seeing the Nets game and seeing the Nets game on a small little TV. They had the Knicks playing. Now you go there, everybody's got their Nets jersey on. Everybody's watching the Nets. I'm like, wow, that's what it came to.
Knicks not doing bad either.
No, they're not. They're not. They're not doing bad. But they're not.
Right now under the Celtics, which the Celtics were like drowning earlier in the season.
Yeah,
19 and 17 right now, I think. But yeah, man, we're gonna see. We're gonna see about this. Let's move on to this next story so we get out of here.
Gary loves leaving. Why did the Cowboys give Dax all that money?
I love leaving because I know I'm gonna have an hour and a half trip back home.
You got that's the worst time to leave. It's gonna be
pack up these lights and skedaddle stuff. But I love this show. I do love talking this out. Dak Prescott finally got his money. Thank God. Dak Prescott finally got paid.
He finally got paid.
His brother's left leg or his right leg looking like Twizzlers when you bend them, son. They're looking like red vines. And his brother got paid. You saw him hugging his brother.
He said, "Pay me."
I love it. $160 million, either 136 or 126 guaranteed. Why do you think the Cowboys paid Dak Prescott? Why do you think it took them so long to realize, hey, we got a star here and we got to keep him with Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, I believe?
Because too many people caught on. They're like, oh, we got to do
CeeDee Lamb, my bad.
Too many. The CEO, the team was just like, how long do you think we can get away with not paying this guy this much money? And then finally people were like, no, get him out of here. Like, come on. And that's what happened. Like, from a business move, wow, smart. You have this great player, and you don't have to pay him. You don't have to pay him the quarter of what he needs. But now it's like, if you don't pay him, he's going to leave. So you know what you do? You give him everything and more that he wants.
You know what I think they paid him? The realization of lack of comfortability. What happened this season? Texans.
Okay.
Right?
Snowed.
Bill Bryan. It snowed, yeah. Bill O'Brien, right?
Okay.
Had some discomfort with his players. Deshaun Watson didn't like some of the personnel choices that Bill O'Brien had. What did Texans do? They get rid of Bill O'Brien.
Okay.
Brother's gone. If you ever looked at Bill O'Brien's chin, he has like a butt chin. Like Jim Carrey had to Me, Myself, and Irene. It's weird. It's like a little anus right there on his chin.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring in a new coach, right? Deshaun says, listen, organization, I want more control in who we pick, the players that we get. I just want a little bit more control. Texans say, nah, shut up. We don't really pay attention to you. Deshaun goes, okay. I want to leave. Texans go, oh, you want to leave? Yeah, I want to leave. Well, too bad, you're our quarterback. J.J. Watt goes, you know what? I'm out. Goes to Arizona. Deshaun goes, oh, J.J.'s out? Now I definitely want to leave. What do you have me keeping? What do you have keeping me here? You have nothing. Now you're in limbo with that. Now Deshaun Watson's talking about going to the Jets. Then Russell Wilson says, listen, I want more control of the personnel. Organization goes, all right, Russell, we'll think about it. You've been MVP candidate. No, I want it right now. Now Russell Wilson has a list of teams that he wants to go to if he were to request a trade in his back pocket. You're Jerry Jones. You see, oh, first off, these quarterbacks who are so in-depth and immersed within their franchises, now they want out. Russell Wilson wants out? With the culture they have over there? The 12? Pete Carroll? Unlimited Starbucks? He wants out of that? Ooh.
That was like us with Unlimited Starbucks.
Deshaun Watson wants out? Such a young player with such talent and potential who first got there to Houston, they embraced him, they loved him. He wants out? These guys are both black?
Yeah. How you know?
Dak? Dak, who's been solid for us, been the most consistent player.
Please don't leave. Please.
been the most consistent player. That offensive line was looking like Swiss cheese. He was taking all the hits, still throwing the ball, still coming at you consistent. You didn't want to pay that, brother? Ooh. You realize the lack of security and the lack of comfortability that can go like that from a quarterback. You look at Seattle, you look at Texas, you go, you know what? Let me take care of my own. That's like if you're married, right? And you go out to the bar and you're like, man, I don't love my wife, whatever. and you see two of your boys' wives at the bar talking to other dudes, flirting with them, taking drinks from them.
Oh,
you
man.
see that and you're like, ooh. Let me go back home and rub my wife's feet. It's exactly like
You're
that.
right.
Then after Russell after Russell and Deshaun talk, all right, Dak, we'll give you $160 million. Now that's what you're doing. Jerry Jones realized, ooh, I don't have no security no more. Oh yeah, give him his money.
Right.
132 guaranteed. He deserved it. He deserved it all along. People talk about him. Dak Prescott this, Dak Prescott that. I don't know his QBR. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good.
The money.
But you see the injury that he took. You see the consistency of the Cowboys. You finally get appreciated once you realize how quick the security can be taken away from a quarterback wanting to play from you. So that's why you did what you did. And it sucks that it had to be like this way. It sucks that you had to turn his leg into.
Dax don't care though.
What?
Dax doesn't care. He's like, I'm in the money.
No, he can. He can. He wanted that money. Those Campbell's commercials can't help you, brother.
Oh, yeah, right. He is in those
You're
Campbell's
gonna need to
commercials.
put a lifetime supply of cocoa butter on that leg to reconstruct it, son, because his leg is chewed up. Beef jerky, Slim Jim. That's what his leg is looking like. Give me my money, $160 million. Jerry Jones says, yeah, you know what? You could go at any time. We could probably you could run away at any time. We could probably catch you because you'd be limping because of that left leg.
Sure,
but you can go at any time. But here's your money. We appreciate what you did. But if Russell wasn't making a hoot, if the organization at Seattle said, yo, we'll give you a better offensive line, don't worry about it. If they gave Deshaun a little bit more leeway over personnel, hey, Deshaun, you can pick out these wide receivers and these running backs and the defensive line maybe. Okay, no problem. If that didn't happen, Jerry Jones sitting back on his yacht drinking whatever the hell they drink in Texas. And how the hell does he have a yacht in Texas?
Yeah, it's hot.
Where's the body of water? Use all that snow melt?
He's so rich, he made his own.
Sitting in a flooded Texas because you had 3 inches of snow.
Jesus.
That's why Dak Prescott got his money. Because they saw how real it could be out here in these streets, son. And I'm happy.
Jerry Jones is like, from Friday, you ain't got no job, you ain't got no money, and you ain't got it to do.
It's unfortunate, man. But he got it. It took so long. But, hey, I'm happy for the brother. Let's wish him a recovery, and let's bring back some heat to Texas, son.
Maybe now with his limped leg, he can do an interview.
Let's warm it up.
Man, you got Dax. Hey, Dax, how does it feel to have all that FU money? How does it feel to have all that FU money? You want to share the FU money with me? Because I want to say FU to some people.
I'm rich,
bitch. I'm rich, bitch.
That's what it is, man. But congrats to Dak Prescott, man. We happy for you, brother. We hope to see you back on the field soon. I'm saying this like he's listening.
Yeah, I just went on the live stream. Guess who's listening?
Who?
Just me.
Yeah, man. But hey, we appreciate all the fans listening and watching out there, man. We really do. You got anything else you want to say?
No, I said let's just end it. We got an hour and 30 minutes. We did pretty good.
All right, guys. Same time next week. Around 1.
From okay, if you just have your live stream from 1, because we'll never start early. So say 1:05 to about 3 o'clock. We should fit into there somewhere. So if you just want,
but yeah, he's right.
I'm not lying. That's the way it is.
Fit in there somewhere.
Somewhere you'll
have
find
it ready
us.
to go. Have your phone charged in. Have some snacks readily available because we're gonna pop up at any time. You're not gonna know when we're gonna pop up.
Yeah, it'd
We
be
don't even know
funny.
when we're gonna pop up.
Mom, they're on! Mom, they're on!
But we'll be there. I'll be there. Jackson 5, Motown, Barry Gordy.
I'll be
Live Detroit
there.
the way it is.
All right, what's your sign off?
My sign off, J Harvard 15. You know what it is, guys. I got a couple shows this week. Tomorrow I'm gonna be in Jersey. You can check out my Instagram.
Jersey?
Hackensack, dude. Two and a half hours.
You're driving a Hackensack?
2.5 hour trip. I might go see your cousin.
Yeah, go see my cousin. Go see Nikki. Say hi.
I don't even know where she lives.
Verona.
I'm pretty sure she has a boyfriend.
She does. That's why I wanted you to go over there.
What?
So I want you to go over there so you can be like, I have a boyfriend. Like, is that gonna stop me?
Yeah, no. What else? What else? Got a show on Saturday. Tiny Cupboard is back on the roof, 1717 Broadway, right there in Bushwick, son. We're coming back with some stand-up comedy, so I'm going to be over there. Yeah, that's what it is. You got anything?
Yeah, just, hey, don't forget WWSRN on iPhone. That's WWSRN on iPhone and Worldwide Sports Radio Network on Android, Google Play Store.
Yes, sir.
Worldwide Sports Radio Network, Android on Android Play Store, whatever. Follow me at Austin Titel, at Austin Titel. Watch out for our we got some news. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be telling everybody about the sports hit list. Is supposed to start at 4 o'clock, but it has been pushed to 5. So if you're waiting for sports hit list, did you see what I just said?
Yep, the gate is open.
The gate's open again.
I'm getting out of here.
Sports hit list at 5 o'clock. I'm Austin Titel. This is Jared Harvin, and you were listening to How You Know, a comedy radio show.
Yes, sir.